Hi guys, I'm Claire and you are watching Rent to Grown. Today I'm finally doing it. I am getting rid of all of my pots and pans. So here they are in the floor in a crate ready to go away, just so you don't think I'm joking. I'm getting rid of my pots and pans. I have recently had some issues with some of my pans in particular that the gross non-stick coating has been flaking off. It's a cheap set. It's actually like a couple of different sets, and I've just kind of gotten pieces of them over the years. And it's been time for a long time, and I was finally forced to deal with a separate situation recently that has led me to what I'm about to show you. So these guys are super dirty. I just pulled them out of my friend's basement where I had them in storage. All except for this. This was already in my possession. But yeah, I have a set of cast iron that I just haven't been using because I'm a terrible person. So I've got my Dutch oven without a lid, so it's just a pot with a lid, and then two more without that are little. That littlest one is just a 1 quart pot. And then 2 skillets. This was actually one that I've had for a while that I just put in with the other set. And they're of mixed brands. Like this one that was mine is a Lodge. That's from a Martha Stewart collection that my dad gave me. And then like the bottom of this little one, it just says 10 quart made in Taiwan. So like they're not the greatest quality, all of them, but I think once I get them brought back to life and re-seasoned a little bit, that they will serve me well for many, many years to come. I'm really excited about finally making the switch to having only cast iron. Obviously, I will still have my Dutch oven that's enamel coated, and I'll have my water bath canners and my, I've got like some Pyrex dishes for baking, stuff like that I'll still have. But Matthew he literally just pulled in the driveway from running to the store to get me some vegetable oil. So we're gonna get to work on seasoning these. All right, now that Matthew's home, he just brought me some regular vegetable oil, and he is gonna try and film for me while I try to get some of the rust off, because I left my tripod in the snow, because I'm good at adulting. So I'm gonna start with this one. It's got some little surface rust where it looks like just some water droplets, hit it and we're allowed to sit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a quick rinse. I know you're not supposed to use soap and water on seasoned cast iron, but because I'm going to re-season it, I'm not that worried about it. But with that being said, I am going to rinse it off, and I'm going to use some vinegar and some salt and just my regular little scrubby to scrub on it and see if I can get that to come up, or if I'm gonna have to go to a little more extreme options. Coarse salt would be best, but I don't have any of that, so I'm using some regular salt. So I'm just gonna do warm water, not too hot, not too cold. Let me get this up out the way. I feel like there's more spider webs and dust on it than anything. Okay, so now that I've gotten most of the dirt and nastiness off of it, some of that rust is coming up a little bit already, so hopefully this won't be too involved of a process. So I'm just gonna give it a good dunk with my vinegar, just regular white distilled vinegar. Throw a little salt in there for some extra abrasiveness. You can also do salt and a potato, but that's mostly if you're worried about keeping the stuff on it, keeping the seasoning on it. I'm not worried about it because I'm totally rehauling this. Maybe not totally. I'm not going to like bake it and get rid of all of the stuff. How's it smell, honey?
I don't smell it from over here.
It smells pretty bad from over here. I'm just letting you know. It'll burn your nostrils. Oh, it's not going to fit. Ah! Note to self. Build house with bigger sinks. But I'm just going to pour this over to hopefully kind of help saturate that a little bit. So anyway, you can see now, you can see where the rust still is a little bit, and I'm going to work on that some more, but it has gotten up a whole lot of it. So this is the one that I had sitting in the other sink in the vinegar, and it was very minimally rusty. It had just a couple of spots like over here, and they're coming up super easily. So that's awesome. But I've realized that I don't know if you can see it on here, but there's like a ledge right here where it's kind of warped a little bit. So I'm going to have to keep a really good eye on this here as we use it to make sure, because if it's going to crack somewhere, that's going to be where it is. So I got all this stuff for free, except for the one Big Lodge one that we were just working on. But if you're looking to purchase some, that's something that you're going to want to keep an eye out for. Cracks and warping and stuff like that. You might as well not even bother trying to refinish it. So it looks pretty good now that I've given it a little more attention. The only thing that I noticed, which I don't think you'll be able to see while it's wet, is there's some rust on the back of it, and I'll show you here in a second. So all of that now looks pretty good. On the back you can really see the warping on here, but right over here, you can't really see it well right now, but once it dries out good, you'll be able to. There's just a line of pretty deep little rust pockets. It just looks like that this was sat in something else that was wet, maybe. Or maybe when it was sitting in that other rusty skillet and it just got a little bit pitted. I think on these, I'm going to take some sandpaper and redo the bottoms of them anyway, because like especially on the edges of some of these, it's real raised and it's going to make it really hard to get a good layer of seasoning on it. So I'm just going to do this one the same way and dry it until I get ready to moisten it again and get to work on probably this big guy right here. So I'm going to rinse it. It's got spider webs all in it. And what I'm actually going to do with that one is take this that's been sitting, because I'm going to scrub on it a little bit. You can already see it's not hot right now. But you can already see where a lot of that rust is really lifting, and especially as I go and resurface the bottom of this with some sandpaper, that's going to help really finish it off. So I'm going to take the rest of this. This is just vinegar that it's been chilling with. I'm going to take it and I'm going to dump it into this guy for it to be sitting with it.
This has gone well.
I was outside with the dog. I forgot I had it on. I was drying it, and apparently there's still a lot of oil on it. Like a lot. So,
Smoky.
it is really smoky. So, I got everything washed. I'm done scrubbing. I mean, this one is good to go, so it's just chilling. But I've got all of them. This one's drying right now. This one just finished drying, so it's really hot still. But I got everything scrubbed. Everything's good. And now we're gonna do the fun part. I've already almost caught the kitchen on fire once. So hopefully I'm gonna be able to cover everything in oil and put it in the oven and get the first round of seasoning going without having another fire. So one of the things I did want to show you real quick is I just used that, it was about a half gallon or 3/4 of a gallon of vinegar, and this is what it looks like. I washed all of them in the same grossness. My poor scrubby sponge was pretty much brand new, and it's done for now. My nails are ruined. Not that I really care about that kind of thing, but I am covered in this lovely black greasy nastiness. So yeah, I probably should have been wearing different clothes, but luckily I didn't get anything on there yet, knock on wood. But yeah, let's get to oiling. They fit! I didn't know if they would all fit. So it's been an hour. Now I'm gonna pull these out and let them cool, and then when they're still warm but not like burn your fingers warm, I'm going to put another cut of oil on them and shove them back in there again for another hour. Like I said, we're gonna do this like about 3 times or so, but oh, it's heavy. I'm going to pull one out so you can see it. It's already done all of its crazy smoking and everything, and I'm not going to touch it with my hand, but you can see on here, if you come over here a little bit, you can see that it's not like visibly oily, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't still be oily when you pull it out. If it's oily or sticky, then you need to put it in for longer, and you have put too much oil on it. So it should not be sticky or have any kind of a residue or anything, or if you see like on the edges where there will be like caked on drip marks from where the oil set, you've put too much, and that'll flake off and you'll lose chunks of your seasoning that way, so that's not ideal. But I'm just going to pull these out. I've got stuff on my counter so I don't melt the formica. And yeah, we're just going to let them cool down a little bit before we work on them some more later on. Alright guys, I really hope that you have enjoyed this video. I am going to go ahead and season these one more time and shove them in. And just kind of bide my time until I can go to bed, because it's after midnight now. I should have started this way earlier, but I didn't. See, I almost burnt the house down, and I burnt my finger just a little bit a second ago. So yeah, that's a small price to pay, in my opinion, for the quality that these are going to bring to my cooking experience. I'm so excited. You don't understand how much this tickles my soul. So anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and all of that good stuff. Make sure that you check out the social media links down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you around. Bye!